are all equally worthless. And my orders are to weed out all non-hackers who do not pack the gear to serve in my beloved Corps. Do you maggots understand that?
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I can't hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Right, hello everyone. Welcome back. Nostalgia and Newbies. This is the third film in our journey through my life of film, the films I've seen before. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. We're going to be ramping things up as we get going. Looking at kind of the timeline for this series, and I might have to rejig a few things in terms of maybe making it more than one video a week. Otherwise we're looking at, basically 2 years worth of this, just kind of two lists of films. I've got big ideas I'd like to get through. So yeah, like I say, it's probably going to be a reimagining of a couple of things on the channel early on, and go to 2 videos a week. But we shall see, and there'll be an announcement if that's the case, just so that you guys can really get your fix. I know you really want. Right, today's video, 1987, A Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick. I believe I've only seen this film once. Memorable film. Of his works, I've seen The Shining, and I've seen Full Metal Jacket. Haven't seen 2001. We'll get to 2001 Space Odyssey. I'd like to see Eyes Wide Shut as well. I know that it's a controversial one. He passed away. There were apparently recuts, re-edits, and not the original vision, etc. I've seen A Clockwork Orange. Not really. I know that it's a lot of people rant and rave about Clockwork Orange. Doesn't really do anything for me, to be honest with you. It's not a bad film. It just doesn't do anything for me. I much prefer something like Full Metal Jacket, in all honesty. Kind of, I wouldn't say vivid memories. I would say I've got a couple, there's obviously memorable parts which I know. But yeah, for this particular, like I said, I've only seen it once, and so therefore I'm looking forward to seeing it again, seeing if it holds up to the memory that I have. Saw it when I was about 15, maybe a little bit later, 15, 16, 17, in that kind of age range there. And kind of, again, similar kind of time to when I saw Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and kind of, we're getting into the older, grittier films that I'm allowed to watch now when I'm at home. So yeah, like I say, I'm looking forward to this, and let's get into it. Full Metal Jacket. All these guys getting their heads aggressively shaved. Matthew Modine, the Joker. Funnily enough, in The Dark Knight, was in Dark Knight Rises.
Break us up again. Goodbye, my darling. Hello, Vietnam. A hill to take, a battle to be won. Kiss me goodbye and write me while I'm gone. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Hello, Vietnam.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to, and the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be sir. Do you maggots understand that?
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
Sir, yes, sir!
If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit. Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair.
I think the theory or the proposal was that this guy wasn't an actor. He was just brought in to from the outside, but yeah, he actually was an actor. He had military experience as well.
Is this me?
Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant? Nobody, huh? The fairy fucking godmother said it. Huh?
Just absolutely insane. Now, I didn't realise this was based on a book, and I kind of wanted to see what kind of the critical reception was to this film when it first came out. So, Robert Ebert, I believe, is the critically acclaimed critic, and apparently he wasn't a big fan. But I think it's one of those. I think Kubrick's one of these directors where he does kind of divide people in a certain way. And this film is divisive.
At 9, I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh? Sir, no, sir! Bullshit, it looks to me like the best part of you ran down to cracking your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. Where in the hell are you from anyway, Private? Sir, Texas, sir! Holy dog shit, Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down. Do you suck?
Sir, Leonard Lawrence, sir.
Lawrence what, of Arabia?
Sir, no, sir.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Sir, no, sir.
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir.
Pal, do you think I'm funny?
Sir, no, sir.
Then wipe that disgusting grin off your face.
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
Sir.
I think kind of the first time you see it, you kind of maybe don't quite get that he's just slow.
Are you through grinning?
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I can't hear you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I still can't hear you. Sounds off like you've got a pair.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's enough. Get on your feet. Private Pile, you had best square your ass away and start shitting me Tiffany cufflinks, or I will definitely fuck you up.
Sir, yes, sir.
I remember a lot of the early half of the film. All the running that they do, all the training they go through.
Give me some!
PT!
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 Good for you!
Good for you!
Good for me!
Good for me!
Good!
Good!
Up in the morning to the rising sun.
Up in the morning to the rising sun.
Gonna
A great shot here, showing them did physical work until the sun went down.
pull! Left shoulder! Here! Private Pile, what are you trying to do to my beloved Corps?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
You are dumb, Private Pile, but do you expect me to believe that you don't know left from right?
Sir, no, sir.
Then you did that on purpose. You want to be different.
Sir, no, sir.
Obviously, I know it goes through a lot of beasting, not just from the drill sergeant, but from the guys in the Corps as well. But I'd forgotten about that bit.
Shoulder. Here. Left, up, here. Rifle, this is my gun.
This is my
seen like lots of war films, especially Vietnam. I've probably seen more World War II kind of based war film. We're going to watch Platoon in the next series, which I'm looking forward to. But I guess war is war. It doesn't really matter like which one it was. There's a couple of more World War II films I'd like to see. There's one, I saw a trailer for the other day called The World Will Tremble, which should be released this year. The year's 2025, by the way, in case you're watching this in a different year, but this year is 2025.
That goddamn obstacle! Move it! Next to private, quickly! Hurry up, get up there!
There's so much more of this. It's the mental side, and obviously anyone that has seen it, this film, understands that the mental side plays a huge part with a couple of characters. But yeah, the mental side is I really don't know. You know, I've seen programs like SAS Who Dares Wins and the beasting that they go through. Do wonder whether or not my body could take it. I like to think I'm mentally kind of got mental fortitude, but some of this stuff just so mentally draining. You don't know if you would snap or not. Well, not snap like that, but snap in terms of like you'd have to give up.
What are you waiting for, Private Pile? Get up and over! Move it, move it, move it! Quit, you slimy fucking walrus-looking piece of shit! Get the fuck off of my obstacle! Get the fuck down off of my obstacle! Now!
I think this is what he says there is kind of the point, really. This is what one of the things that Robert Ebert said is this wouldn't be real. This isn't real in terms of like they would have just you'd have to go because you can't keep up. But it's almost like this guy's got this complex where he thinks that he can just motivate anybody to do it, and eventually they'll just do it. Yeah, so it's tough because yes, you're right. He wouldn't have made it this far. But it's all like I say. It's the drill sergeant is determined to get this guy into shape.
Quickly, ladies! Have holes and elbows! Move it on! Get up here! Move it! Move it! Move it! Move it!
And now we're going to start to see the way that things start to change.
Private Cowboy, Private Joker.
Sir, yes, sir! Sir, yes, sir!
As soon as you finish your bunks, I want you two turds to clean the head.
Sir, yes, sir!
I want that head so sanitary and squared away that the Virgin Mary herself would be proud to go in there and take a dump.
Sir, yes, sir!
Private Joker, do you believe in the Virgin Mary?
Sir, no, sir! Sir, the private said no, sir, sir!
Why, you little maggot, you make me want to vomit! You goddamn communist, you!
Sir, negative, sir!
Private Joker, are you trying to offend me?
Sir, negative, sir! Sir, the private believes that any answer he gives will be wrong, and the senior drill instructor will beat him harder if he reverses himself, sir!
You're fired. Private Joker is promoted to squad leader.
Sir, aye, aye, sir!
Disappear, scumbag.
Sir, aye, aye, sir!
Private Pile.
It was definitely the first time I'd ever heard the name The Head for the toilet. I don't know where it comes from. I wouldn't have done research, but I have looked into it before.
Receiver. Operating rod handle. One over the left. Left one over the right. Just pull the next one over, and you're home free. Ready?
I don't think that they would do this. I don't think this bit is all that realistic either. But it's not. It's a film, right? It's storytelling.
Fold the blanket and the sheet back together. Make a 4-inch fold. Okay? Got it? You do it.
Left, right, up. You're right, down, left. Huh. Up. Where are these at? Your rifle is only a tool. It is a hard heart that kills. If your killer instincts are not clean and strong, you will hesitate at the moment of truth. You will not kill. You will become dead, Marine.
And I think kind of what drill sergeants just said in the previous scene as well is you got to remember that these guys have been trained to be killers. You basically have to give in to brainwashing, especially for a war like this where
Mighty good.
Mighty good.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for me.
Good for me.
I like all the different songs as well. I like all the different chants they do.
Jesus H. Christ. Private Pyle, why is your footlocker unlocked?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Private Pyle, if there is one thing in this world that I hate, it is an unlocked footlocker. You know that, don't you?
Sir, yes, sir.
If it wasn't for dickheads like you, there wouldn't be any thievery in this world, would there?
Sir, no, sir.
Get down! Chow allowed in the barracks, Private Pyle.
Sir, no, sir.
Are you allowed to eat jelly donuts, Private Pyle?
Sir, no, sir.
And why not, Private Pyle?
Sir, because I'm too heavy, sir.
Because you are a disgusting fat body, Private Pyle.
Sir, yes, sir.
Then why did you hide a jelly donut in your footlocker, Private Pyle?
Sir, because I was hungry, sir.
Because you were hungry. So, from now on, whenever Private Pyle fucks up, I will not punish him. I will punish all of you.
Everybody hates me now.
Nobody hates you, Leonard. You just keep making mistakes, getting everybody in trouble.
I need help.
I'm trying to help you, Leonard. I'm really trying. Tuck your shirt in.
I think that exchange is very important in terms of the way that things change. And Joker's right in that he has been trying to help, and we've seen it as well. It's not like he's not been horrible when he's been helping him, and he's been patient and has been done was what the sergeant has asked him to do when he was promoted. And we see the result of that is that this individual is unable to help themselves. And not necessarily his fault. It's just the way that things are. But eventually these guys have had enough of taking a beasting for somebody else's mistakes because they're not learning. And this isn't right, but it is the way that things. When you're in a group of people, especially in this high stress environment, something's got to give. And unfortunately, it's everybody's frustration and anger. It's like Lord of the Flies. The herd mentality takes over. And the music here just lets you know that something bad is happening. You don't even need to. You can close your eyes and know that something right's not going to happen. Horrible. He's probably the most frustrating out of all of them, and he still was reluctant to do it. I mean, you can hear him asking why, and it still just doesn't get that the mistakes that he's making are having the biggest of impacts on everybody else. It looked like he was making improvement after spending more time with Joker.
killing, ladies!
Kill, kill, kill!
I can't hear you!
Kill, kill, kill!
Bullshit, I still can't!
This is a great shot as well. The clouds. And his whole demeanour is now changed. There's no silly smirk on his face anymore.
Happy birthday, dear Jesus.
Today is Christmas. To show our appreciation for so much power, we keep heaven packed with fresh souls.
There isn't a moment when this guy opens his mouth and something comes out that you're just not. This is so well done. His acting is just incredible.
Nice. Everything clean. Oiled. So that your action is beautiful. Smooth, Charlie.
Leonard talks to his rifle. I don't think Leonard can hack it anymore.
You haven't heard these characters speak very much either. It's literally just the drill sergeant and yes sir, no sir. We don't really know much about these guys. Which is, we're, I don't know, 25 minutes in. Yeah, we're just over half an hour in, and again, with character-wise, we don't really know much. Don't know anything about these guys' backgrounds or.
I don't want no teenage queen!
I don't want no teenage queen!
I just want my M14!
I just want my M14!
Joker,
Sir, yes, sir.
4212, basic military journalism. You gotta be shitting me, Joker. You think you're Mickey Spillane? You think you're some kind of fucking writer?
Sir, I wrote for my high school newspaper, sir.
Jesus H. Christ, you're not a writer. You're a killer.
A killer, yes, sir.
Gomer Pyle. Gomer Pyle!
Sir, yes, sir.
You forget your fucking name? 0300.
Our last night on the island. I draw Firewatch.
And there's the same music as before, where they beat him with the soaps. His demeanour is now completely changed.
Hi, Joker. .762mm. Full metal jacket.
I don't think he realises how far gone he is.
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best. Sir, it is the private's duty to inform the senior drill instructor that Private Pyle has a full magazine and is locked and loaded, sir.
You will place that rifle on the deck at your feet and step back away from it.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Didn't Mommy and Daddy show you enough attention when you were a child?
And that's what took him to the place he's in now. It's really, really suspenseful there. So slow, it's so slow. Got you right at the edge of your seat. And the fades to black are really well done throughout this film. Keep you engaged.
Me so horny. Me love you long time. The one's a cop.
And what he knows you ain't had time to learn. He's also made for, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are.
We don't know how long it's been since the incident where Leonard Lawrence kills himself and the drill sergeant.
I hate the name, Joker. I want to go out into the field. I've been in country almost 3 months, and all I do is take handshake shots at award ceremonies.
You get wasted your first day in the field, and it'd be my fault.
A high school girl could do my job. I want to get out into the shit. I want to get some trigger time.
Search and destroy. We have a new directive from MAF on this. In the future, in place of search and destroy, substitute the phrase sweep and clear. Sweep and clear. Got it?
Politics.
Got it. Very catchy.
And Joker, where's the wing?
I am fucking bored to death, man. I gotta get back in the shit. I ain't heard a shot fired in anger in weeks.
Joker's so tough, you eat the boogers out of a dead man's nose. Then ask for seconds.
Listen up, Pilgrim. A day without blood is like a day without sunshine.
Shit. Joker thinks the bad bush is between an old Mama San's legs.
Very much kind of like how I think a lot of military bases are. These guys just are bored out of their tiny minds. They just abuse one another. They've just been abused since they first got there. And an element of camaraderie at some point. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean that they abuse each other in terms of, well, like they've got nothing else to do, and that's what the environment that they're used to being in. It's just kind of one of, you know, verbally abusing one another.
The enemy has very deceitfully taken advantage of the Tet cease.
Sir, does this mean that Anne Margaret's not coming?
Joker, I want you to get straight up to Fubai. Captain January will need all his people.
Yes, sir.
Permission to go with Joker?
Permission granted.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful shots there again.
Get some, baby! Get some! Get some! Get some! Get some! Get some! Come on! Get it! Come on!
That scene there, you probably think that he's sick because he's in the helicopter, and then you realise his gunman's just killing innocent people in the fields. It's just horrific. He's broken by the war, though, you know what I mean? Guy that definitely came back and was just ended up on the streets because he's just broken mentally.
Hotel company's still working this side of the river, street by street and house by house. Charles definitely got his shit together, but we're still getting some really decent kills here.
We heard some scuttlebutt, sir, about the NBA executing a lot of...
I think like the soldiers realistically got the easy job. Like these guys are important.
The dead have been...
What outfit are you man with?
Oh, sir, we're reporters from Stars and Stripes.
Oh, I see.
I'm Sergeant Joker, and this photographer's Rafterman.
I'm Lieutenant Cleese, and I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
We've got a body count, sir.
We think it's 20.
I don't know, sir.
You don't know very much, do you?
No, sir.
You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you.
Yes, sir.
Now answer my question, or you'll be standing tall before the man.
I think I was trying to suggest something about the duality of man, sir.
The what?
You go back to the previous moment where they're having the interview and taking the pictures. It's very odd. You have these. They're talking about 20 dead bodies in a ditch, and he's posing with a smile on his face every 5 seconds. It's the again the perception versus the reality. Also, we know he's come here to see Cowboy. He's one of the only other people that we know from the earlier part of the film.
Holy shit. Old motherfucker. It's the Joker.
What's happening?
Been getting any?
Only your sister.
Well, better my sister than my mom, though my mom's not bad. Hey, you hogs, listen up. You a photographer?
No, I'm a combat correspondent.
Oh, you seen much combat?
Well, I've seen a little on TV.
You're a real comedian.
Well, they call me the Joker.
Now, you might not believe it, but under fire, Animal Mother's one of the finest human beings in the world. All he needs is somebody to throw hand grenades at him the rest of his life.
Joker's interaction with Animal Mother is brilliant. Seeing Cowboy and Joker reunited. I could only imagine what it was actually like. It must be just horrible. And just imagine being in something like this, situation like this. Terrifying. You've just seen somebody shot and killed, and now you've got to press forward. And like the drill sergeant had said, many of you will go to Vietnam, but not many of you will return. You all know what you're in for, whether you make it back or not. Lots of people that you know won't. And the visual here is really well done. Again, it's relatively slow paced, building that suspense. I feel like the music's it's good. It's the juxtaposition to the visual. Well, the music's been, apart from those two scenes, been quite upbeat, and obviously the rest of the film isn't not really upbeat. A lot of killing. These backdrops are absolutely incredible. The way that these sets, these have been set up.
Number 10. $15 buku money. $5 each.
Come on, she love you good. Boom boom long time. $10.
$5.
No boom boom with soul brother.
Hey, what the motherfucker?
She said soul brother, chupoku.
And what is this, man?
I think what he's trying to tell you is that you black boys pack too much meat.
Chupoku.
Oh, shit. This baby's hand look like she can suck the chrome off a trailer. What we have here, little yellow sister, is a magnificent specimen of pure Alabama black snake. but ain't too goddamn buku.
Okay. MG.
Okay.
These moments of, I guess what you call light relief must be what these guys live for when they're over there, or when they were going for it. You know, this is, I wouldn't say it's 100% accurate, but you know, there's going to be some truth in there, isn't there?
Face outboard and take cover. Jesus hit. Booby trap.
Wait one. Okay. You're senior NCO, cowboy. You're in charge. Continue on with the patrol and call in at the next checkpoint.
It's, I don't think he wanted that responsibility.
Okay. We'll change direction. What's up?
I've seen it from the other side. First time we've seen perspective like this.
I think there may be strong enemy forces in those buildings over there. I've requested tank support. We're gonna sit tight till it comes, but keep your eyes open. If they decide to hit us, we'll have to pull back fast.
Exactly what he said was going to happen. As far as this part of the film goes, it's like I'm seeing it again for the first time.
Hold it! Nobody's pulling out! There's only one fucking sniper out there! Back off, mother. I'm calling the plays. I say we're pulling out. Yeah, well, what about Doc J and 8-Ball? I know it's a shitty thing to do, but we can't refuse to accept the situation. Yeah, well, we're not leaving Doc J and 8-Ball out there! Doc J and 8-Ball are wasted!
You can see why these guys came back in the state they came back in. After seeing that, if you just came running back and said, let's go, you know, no one's going to blame him at all. You can't blame Cowboy for wanting to pull out either, you know. Realistically, yeah, those guys are in a position where they are impossible to save now. Even the first guy, you know. Like Cowboy said, they're just they're trying to bait them in.
Going around the corner. Murphy, this is Cowboy, over.
Now, camera's following him. We feel like we're part of this. Part of the crew. Well, there's not very much music throughout the film. I'm going to get music again now. Kind of going back to how the situation started with 8-Ball going out to check, and then the perspective switching. That was really well done in terms of the camera kind of tracks up, and then you realise that then you see the end of the rifle come into shot. And these sets were, you see the size of the sets, they're huge. And all the times for his gun to jam. Like he's not. And then you realise it's a young girl as well. Bang. You see how afraid he actually was in that situation, and rightly so. Your gun jams. Your gun jams, and what do? You realise that you're just going to panic, aren't you? It doesn't matter how much training you go for, you just panic. And kind of goes back to what he had said at the gravesite. You know, the duality of man. You know, he has "born to kill" on his helmet. The peace button. You know, he's right. You don't want to leave her there in that condition, but what leaves you with only the one other option. And the visual again. Just incredible.
I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
And this moment kind of takes you back to the very beginning, where they first do their chants. And that's it. That's the end of Full Metal Jacket. I'll be honest, I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the first time I saw it. I don't really know why. I think I know that it's a film of a time, and not the film was made in the 80s. I mean, it's a film of a time, there's a lot of racial slurs, which, I know there's a lot of racism towards the Vietnamese through the film, which is obviously kind of, understandable to a degree. I don't think that the characters are all that engaging. I think the visual is more appealing than the kind of actual dialogue and stuff that happens through the film. And I believe that kind of the build up to this kind of one big thing at the very end with the sniper. I don't know, I just feel like it was kind of drawn out to a degree. I much prefer the first portion of the film, the training, pardon me, the training part of the film, than I do kind of the war side of the film. And there's no real kind of arc for these characters. I do think it's worth seeing. If you've not seen it before, I would, and if somebody said, should I watch this film? I would say, yes, you should watch it. And then you ought to make your own mind up. But on a second viewing, it doesn't do for me what it probably did for the first time. I don't probably will never watch that film again with what that's left me with. But again, like I say, if somebody said, should I watch it, I would recommend that you watch it. Yes, I think it's a film that should be seen. I'm not saying that not to watch it. There's obviously some impactful moments within the film, seeing what happens to Pyle's character through the first portion of film, but again, that's what I mean. It doesn't seem to have any sort of lasting impact on Joker into the second portion of the film. He just cracks jokes and acts like a wise guy, and his friend. It doesn't seem for him to. He lost his drill sergeant and somebody that he had bunked with for 8 weeks, and it just, I don't know. It doesn't seem to have any lasting impact on him, having watched this guy shoot this guy and then shoot himself. But maybe that's part of showing that they are desensitized to it all. And that's what happens to you when you are in those environments, that you are desensitized to a point where you are able to just kind of, you are better off just carrying on as quote unquote normal, with the kind of like cracking jokes and all that kind of stuff. Seeing Cowboy getting shot choked me up a little bit. And then realising, I had a feeling, I was like, oh, it's going to be, I think it's a child, and then you realise it is basically a teenage girl that's been shooting at them all this time, and that's quite impactful as well. But yes, I'm not going to be rating these films out of any sort of rating after viewing them. But yeah, I would recommend that it's watched, but it didn't do for me what I think it did for me the first time I saw it. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you join me next time for my next film. Again, a film I'm looking forward to. It will be like a first viewing again, because I've only seen it the one time. 2 great actors in the leads here. 2 fantastic guys in the leads. And looking forward to the next one. Right, signing out.